Stefs Rock Show. Got a show. If you're late, it's been a year. So, I've been interviewing lots of rock stars like usual, but I miss doing the news updates. I'd rather have a full morning show with two other guys, but my favorite guys are in Central and East Coast. So, getting us all three with families and other jobs on the same schedule is pretty hard. So, for now, it's me. And anyone else's kids obsessed with K-pop and now the stupid songs are in your head. My little soda pop, you're all I can think of. Na-na-na, soda pop. It's intense. But anyways, all right, I'm giving you the news, updates, reality shows, everything that I do because I'm a professional TV watcher. Literally, I need to get paid to watch TV because I'm just so good at it. I'm so good at sitting on a couch. I'm the best American, the American dream. Came from a couple bucks, from Irish immigrant family, spoiled only child. Just last week, me and my kids are out to eat. About once a week, we go out to eat, and they usually want to pick this sushi restaurant. And I looked up, and all three of us were on our cell phones out to eat, just ignoring each other in silence. And I thought, this is an American family. This is beautiful right here. And then I called us out and said, can we put the cell phones down? The food's coming. We'll pretend to have a conversation, I don't know. I have boys. They don't like to talk a lot, which is fine. I'll be lucky if I get a couple words out of them about how school was and stuff like that. Okay, so to the news. So Mitch McConnell fell again. Like he's fallen. He's Alicia Keys. I keep on falling in and out. No, I saw the meme when you had 20 Coors and you leave Chili's. That was good. What time do you need to retire? He needs to retire. Like, why are we holding on? It's like those couples that stay together for the kids. Just retire, Mitch. It's great. It's time to go. The Louvre, that's fascinating. So the Louvre, I went a couple times, 2004 and 2006, and it is the closest I've ever been to a small penis. I took a lot of photos in France in the Louvre next to small penises. But there's a jewelry heist. They think it's an inside job because it was just too smooth. So does that mean someone that works there, security guard, just an employee, or someone that knew some information? I actually contacted a guy that served 12 years for stealing jewelry and high-priced items in the past and is out now because I just am curious. I want to learn more about this. Why do people do these things when they know they're so high risk? Is it just a high? Sick. Oh, I'm sick of the Charlie Kirk conspiracies. I think it's rude. I think it's disrespectful. I think we need to leave his family alone and let them grieve. And I'm usually that person that wants to research every theory somebody has, but I do not want to go down that rabbit hole. And I think it's just really disrespectful and too soon and bad taste. Also, why I think Jimmy Kimmel should have stayed fired. Would have been great. Maybe we could just go full on North Korea. Kim Jong-un. Just don't get rid of the hot dogs like North Korea. That's the only thing we had to keep the hot dogs. But why we need more control maybe over what we say. Like freedom of speech, but only if it's conservative freedom of speech. I know everybody loves it when I say that. Oh, Nick Fuentes. Speaking of people getting pissed off by me, I love him. I've joked before on here. I don't know if you guys heard in the past. I seriously thought he was AI when I first came across him. I just thought he was too outlandish and wild and funny and like very well put together. So I was like, oh, this is an AI character. And then I laughed. A couple weeks later, I Googled him and he guessed on other shows. So obviously he's a real person. But I recently posted on the PBD podcast. I hope he has good security. And I didn't mean this in a rude way. I just in an honest, authentic way. I think he's funny. He's crazy. He plays up the villain very well, very smart. So because of the Charlie Kirk situation recently, I am more worried about people's safety. Hell, sometimes I get worried about I don't post my address, I don't post where my kids are because there's some nutty people out there, nuttier than me, which is hard to imagine. Oh yeah, Adam Carolla. I'm such a fan of Adam Carolla in the show and him since the Man Show and Loveline. But he recently had on Kevin Federline, and it super bummed me out. I'm such a Britney Spears fan. I grew up with Britney Spears, and she may have gone off the deep end, but I heard Nicki Minaj is going off the deep end. It's the thing to do lately. Kanye, if Alex Jones says, watch out, Kanye may be off the deep end, then he might be choo-choo. Sometimes they create the best art, though, like that. I like some schizophrenic, unstable people. But back to, so I don't want to give Kevin Federline a platform because he's piggy banked off of Britney Spears for so long. He lived on only child support. And when child support ran out, that's why he wrote this book about, it's her downward spiral. I'm not saying he's made these things up. I just think it's distasteful. And I really think Adam Carolla has higher class guests. And, I have trashy people. So, like, if I have Kevin Federline by, which I wouldn't, it would make more sense. I don't think Adam Carolla should have had Kevin by. Who's his team that said, yeah, that's great? Or is there no team? It's just going off the rails. He needs to go back to Malibu and Pacific Palisades on the cleanup and making fun of Gavin Newsom, because that's what I like Adam doing. Okay, Netflix, The Perfect Neighbor. If you want to get mad and cry, and maybe get angry, mad, cry at the same time, The Perfect Neighbor. It is gross. Susan is a disgusting representative of the white community that I want nothing to do with. That was not stand your ground laws. That was premeditated murder. And I'm glad justice is being served, but I think it's 25 years. I think justice would be the death penalty because those poor kids. And also, okay, on one hand, I like documentaries because I think we could learn from them. But on another hand, they didn't blur out the kids' faces and they didn't blur out the mother well enough when she went down. I think there was too much police footage being shown. It was too much. It was like, let's give this family more privacy from this horrific ordeal. So that was crazy. The current government shutdown. Heard there's a shutdown. Might be the longest in history till November 1st even. But I think it only affects poor people. So I'm not really sure. Is that people that work for the government, SNAP benefits, I think the poors might get it. It's just a couple weeks, right? Poor people are going to bounce back or call a relative. I don't know. It just doesn't really affect me. So, hey, stay shut down, guys. Everybody quit your job. Let's play video games and get stoned at home. Really good at that. New McLaughlin single out this Friday, Queen of Diamonds. Not gonna lie, the lyrics sound oddly familiar. The girl casted in the music video looks slightly familiar. I love it. I am so excited to see and hear the whole thing. So check that out, guys. American Dream. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna say that. Steve Bannon calls for a can on AI superintelligence. I've never used Chat GPT still. I know I've said this in the past. I'm going to say it again. I am not an AI Chat GPT person. I like real humans. I love that real humans make mistakes and we're not perfect. And I don't listen to my good friends that I love to death's advice. So why would I listen to a piece of technology telling me what to do? I never listen to my piece of shit parents that I no longer talk to telling me what to do. So I'm not going to listen to a robot, nor am I going to have a relationship with one. I would rather stay single, which, my God, this is the longest drought. I know it's my choice, but my God, I am ready to just, why am I so picky? This is ridiculous. Like, there's so many good guys that are available that are taking me out that are like, great jobs, and got their shit together. I want to take on my kids because I don't date people with kids. That's gross. No, thank you. I don't want anyone with baggage. And I just don't like any of them. None of them. Maybe I'm going to just be asexual. I'm getting another cat. So I'm turning into a cat lady. I'm getting a second cat. We have Princess Marshmallow Cake and I'm going to get Ghost Pepper. The kids name the cats, not me. But so that's my future. Is I'm gonna sit on the couch in my recliner with a big steak and watch Fox News and Megyn Kelly and PBD podcast and Joe Rogan and have my cats on me. And this is gonna be my future. I'm kind of excited. I'm in. The third installment of Monster came out, and it's so good and it's so creepy. And psychologists say if you enjoy it, you have issues. Well, I already knew that, honey. You didn't need to tell me anything new. Shout out to Ice. They are killing it. Ice, Ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun. And we're cleaning up to San Francisco, Portland, all these naughty Western coastal towns that are like, let all the undocumented illegal aliens hang out for free. So I love ICE. I love President Trump. I love Putin. You know, I love me a strong man that leads and tells you what to do. It's like, go do the dishes. Yes, honey, can I suck your dick after I finish the dishes? That's like, I love like men being in charge and women being second, but just pay all the bills. Just pay all the bills. Let me stay home. Let me pretend to do something, but I'm like watching 8 hours of Netflix. That's the relationship I want. I'll tell you that much. Cardi B, pregnant with her 4th kid. I love Cardi B, by Stefan Diggs. I don't know. There's a interview that surfaced with an entire team that Stefan Diggs is on, and they asked each teammate who you wouldn't want your sister to date, and they all individually answered Stefan Diggs. Sounds like he's got several other allegedly women pregnant at the same time, which I feel for her, because I feel like I'm like Cardi, and you all think we're wild, crazy ex strippers and tough, but we really have a big heart. We do, and we'll throw caution to the wind and be like, yeah, I'm in love. So poor Cardi. But I mean, you know, she got enough money. He got enough money. This baby's gonna be fine. I'm very team pro-life. Every baby that's supposed to be in this world, there's a reason. So this baby, he could be, you know, very entertaining in life. Love is Blind Denver plus is a shit show. Fucking worst Love is Blind ever. I love the franchise. I'm going to watch every one of them. And I heard they're going to Austin next. You know, I lived in Austin for a little bit, so I love that town. But Denver, you know, my best friend lived in Denver, so I've spent a good amount of time in Denver. And she has a good point. It is worse than LA. And I believe her, for wealthy singles into athletics that don't really want to settle down and have some money and think they're better than everybody. So it's a very difficult area to settle down in. Denver, LA, New York, Austin, they're all, you know, Nashville's getting popular, but I think Nashville still has some Midwestern, you know, vibes to it. But large cities usually aren't great places to settle down, but it is, spoiler alert, nobody says yes. I don't think that's ever happened on a season. Everyone says no, either before the altar or at the altar. And I feel bad for Edmund. He's my favorite. And my God, is he an emotional little roller coaster, poor baby. Well, that is my little news ranting, my life, reality news and stuff. I missed you guys. I did. I missed you. And I'm back. I'm back, baby. We've got Drag Kings coming on next month, and that'll be fun. So stay tuned. Follow Stefs Rock